Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I have masculine cards for you, so let's get started. So with Father's Day just around the corner, I wanted to introduce you to two new collections and new easy 3D toppers, all for masculine cards. So the first one is called the Classic Men's Collection, and this is an Amy design by Find It. We have 3 die cut sheets. The first one, just look at this. This is this old barber shop type of equipment. Each of these die cut sheets have 3 embellishments and then all the different layers. So here's the first one. This one is the second one. And then you can see the numbers. And then we also have one down here. So you got 3 embellishments per sheet, all die cut. All you have to do is assemble them by those numbers, pop them up with your dimensionals, and then put them on your cards as toppers. The second one in the same collection is this beautiful sheet with antique cars, or with, cars from 50 years ago probably. So you got this Porsche here. I don't know much about cars. I have no idea. This yellow cap here, what that's all about. But we have this motorcycle here. Yeah, looks just really nice. And then the third one, we have the cigar here and the pipe, some whiskey, and the beautiful leather chair, glasses, and then books. Okay, so let's see what I have created with some of these sheets. So let's start right here. I did use the one with the cars. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you a card where I tried to mimic this brick wall laying type of background that I was inspired from my embossing folder. Now I took this just a step up. Now what I have used here, again, I used all these scraps that I have, but I used the peel and stick double-sided adhesive sheets. I don't have these in my shop, but they're widely available. So I'm gonna link them probably from an Amazon link or so. So these are really good because then you don't have this mess with, putting all this glue around there. So I had this, I laid the bricks, so to speak, with all my different scraps. And then because it is adhesive, those gaps in between, I used some copper flakes. And let me show you what I used. The Nouveau gilding flakes. And again, this is also something I do not carry in my shop, but I will link it if you are interested. And these are all just these beautiful flakes. And because it is adhesive, it sits right there, and then you brush off the leftover and put it right back into your little jar. But yeah, that's all it is. And then we have just a little diamond piece of paper here, so that this car has a background, a couple of peel-off stickers, birthday cheer is a stamp, and this is top folding card. Now you will see that none of my cards will say Happy Father's Day. I just don't have a use for Father's Day cards. My father has passed, so yeah, I don't use Father's Day cards, but obviously you can put Happy Father's Day on there easily. So you will see that I use different greetings. Here, same thing. I did this for this motorcycle. Same brick laying. A little bit different. What I did here is I didn't end the pieces at the edge. I let them stick over a little bit, stay over, just like you would see in brickwork. I don't know if I could mimic that well enough or not, but I tried. This was just another card that I tried to, use this bricklaying leftover, getting rid of your leftover scraps, and it's very satisfying, and it's a lot of fun. And it still has some bling, but I didn't put any stickles on here. I tried not to, so I didn't. Oh, what I did here, by the way, I used my paint pen, the silver paint pen, to just give the silver on this card a little bit of a impact. But here I did not do it, so I tried to stay away from stickles for my masculine cards. And then the last one from this sheet is this yellow cap. Now, as a background, I used just some red cardstock that I had. I looked at the colors in this topper and looked what I can use, and I just put it through my paper crimper to give it a little bit more interest. I had this paper here from a paper pack a long time ago. I don't know where I got it. I think it was a Die Crafts with a View. But since we have this traffic light here, I thought maybe it mimics a little bit. And then another piece that I just had laying around, and just adding different layers before I use my topper. And this is another card, a birthday cheer. And these are 3 of the cards that I created from the die cut sheet, the men's collection. Okay, so the next collection is the Good Old Days, and this is Yvonne Creations. We have again 3 die cut sheets. Here is one with clocks, beautiful antique, vintage looking embellishments. 3 beautiful clocks together with books, just like you would imagine in a library or these parlors where men used to hang out in their houses. And then the second one, we have wine, a barrel here, beer, all these barrels, a wine barrel, a beer barrel, and then whiskey. And the third one is the games, so chess, the dice, and then of course a card game. And let's see what I have created. Okay, so I used the die cut sheet with the clocks because it really spoke to me. I haven't added a greeting yet. We'll see what I'm going to use this for. But this Buffalo check card came from a card pack from Michael's. As you saw, I had my paper crimper out, and this is just a leftover strip that I put on there. Added another, just a lighter piece of cardstock to offset my card topper, couple of the peel-off stickers, and then here is this beautiful embellishment. And the only thing I did here is I added some glaze on the pocket watch, so it looks like it is glass. And you probably know the glaze. I'll show it to you. So this is what I use, the glossy accents. Okay, and this dries dimensionally, but you got to give it some time. So I probably let that dry for like 6 hours or so, but now it's just glazed. Okay, then the second card, here it is. First of all, I again used the glaze on all 3 of my clocks. Here's the embellishment. I wanted to have this sitting like it's sitting on maybe a fireplace or a board. So found some papers. I don't have a lot of masculine papers, so I had to see in my stash what I had that would match, some brown papers. I'm sure you can find something in your stash that you can use. And those of you that make a lot of masculine cards, you probably have a different stash than I do. But I thought this will make do. These little strips down here again is just getting rid of my scraps and filling the card. But here sits this beautiful antique watch. Clock, not watch. And then I kind of mimicked it here with this card as well. I wanted to show you know, how it would look like with old wallpaper from these parlors. And here with the books. Yeah, and there's this clock. You can see the glaze on it. And yeah, this is also an old cardstock from Die Cuts with a View. And there is some glitter on it, but maybe it is okay. If I give that to my hubby one time, he's probably gonna be all right with it. And now I'm going to share with you just a few easy 3D toppers that I thought would go well for masculine or Father's Day cards. There is this brand new Maritime die cut easy 3D toppers, and it has all this nautical, you know, theme. You can see it here. These come in bags of 10. They're all individually packaged. There are 3 steps. You can pop them up to make these embellishments. I also have the wine tasting for, you know, wine always works if your men in life do drink wine. Or if they rather have a beer or a cocktail, then we do have those as well. So these are available. Now I made a card with the Maritime, and here it is. This was actually a happy anniversary card for my husband. I just cut out this card with a die, and I laid behind a photo. This is where we went on vacation a few years ago, and then just added one of these beautiful anchors and with the, you know, the shells and everything. I think this came out great, and he loved the card, so I cannot open it. It has some sayings in there, but you get the idea. It has a white blank behind this picture, so you don't see the cutout. And then I have 3 more. We have the sports and hobby, and you can see you can make a card for the golfer. We got sailing, boxing, racing, surfing, soccer, basketball, tennis, and bowling. So again, they come in these individual bags. These are the vintage cars, beautiful vintage cars, and 1 motorcycle. We have the board with a surfboard. And then this one here is brand new. It's called the Men's Classics. And we have different embellishments here for our guys. And I made a couple of cards with this one because it is new. These I already had last year, but I thought I'd bring them out if you're still looking for other masculine toppers. So with this one here, the Men's Classic, here is the first card that I have created. So let's put it the right way. There's a lot going on here, I know, but I was just playing around. So we have this buffalo check card as a card, as a card base. And then I added this paper, you saw it earlier. I had this out and laid it at an angle just to give it a little bit more interest. Have a little bit of glitter paper here, just a small corner. Because remember, I wanted to stay away from my stickles, but I can't go totally without glitter, and I thought this is good compromise. And then there is this topper, all this, the suit and the, you know, all the dressing pieces for a gentleman. How nice is this? And it's all layered, and you can see the different layers. There are 3, so this is your base layer, the second one, and then there is a 3rd layer. And I think it made a cute card. Still needs a greeting, but it could easily say Happy Father's Day on there. And then my last card I created from that same pack. So you can see here I used this one right here, and then the one beneath with the airplane. I know my husband likes planes. He worked for the airlines for, you know, decades, so he will appreciate that. I made this into a happy birthday card. Here is this plane model, and he probably can make it out if that's a real model. And then just some other utensils, the book and the pen. And then, of course, the globe here. And then I added Just Fly Away because I have that as a stamp. This one here, I just added on these watercolor cards that I have from Michael's. And this background came from, I believe it came from the watercolor floral. Yeah, the Prima. This is one of their second, it's double-sided, so this is the back side of one of those papers, and you can see how that works for a masculine card. And this little wood paper here also came from one of these craft books that I just introduced last week. And then I just added a little bit of a border here, which is just a strip of my mirrored cardstock. So there we have it. These are all the cards that I have created for masculine cards. I hope you liked it. I hope I did okay. I mean, I'm really proud of myself. I don't really do well with masculine cards, so this was my take on making cards that are not having a lot of flowers on them. But I am looking forward to next week where I'm coming back with beautiful card toppers that are flowers and summery. So if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and yeah, if you could share this video with your crafty friends and family, I would really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching this video, spending time with me today. Please stay or get well. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.